Yeah, and you chose Syracuse because of a few reasons. It sounds like one, you said it was only 8 hours to hitchhike home if you wanted to go home, and it was closer than some other schools that were recruiting you, like Iowa and Clemson and such. It sounded like Woody Hayes went to every Ohio high school and threatened kids in Ohio to go to Ohio State, and that probably didn't sound like fun. But it sounded
Mikey
like
got us
that.
all. Mikey got us all in a room after he met with all the recruits. But he got all the boys from Ohio in one room, and he walked in and looked at us all, and then he banged on the podium with his fist, and got real quiet. He said, "You owe it to your state." And I thought, I'm 17 years old. I don't think I've been taking care of cows and shoveling manure for 16 years. I don't really owe anybody anything. And I thought, I don't think I'm going to communicate with this guy at all. So
No, that's
Schwartzholder, and he gave me his word that I'd get a shot at running back position, and shook my hand, and I was kind of impressed with him. So that's why I went to Syracuse.
yeah, and it sounded like they wanted you to play linebacker or defensive end. You just asked him for an opportunity to play running back, which he said, no promises, but I will hand you that opportunity. You did it on the freshman team because back then freshmen had their own team, which I know nowadays seems like crazy thing, but you did on the freshman team, then you impressed there in that final freshman game, and you got your opportunity to play running back. Did the Jim Brown, Ernie Davis, and then Floyd Little, who's already there, did that legacy lead you to Syracuse as well, knowing that they had larger running backs and that's where were kind of fit in that mold?
Absolutely. You outlined it beautifully. That's just the way I put it in the book. I was a Cleveland Browns fan. I couldn't afford to go to the Browns game, but I snuck into a couple of them and got to watch Jimmy Brown perform. And of course, we're all, being from Ohio, we all knew about his background being at Syracuse. And then, growing up in there and being in high school when Ernie Davis was doing his thing at Syracuse and earned a Heisman Trophy, I saw all of that, heard about all that, and I thought, wouldn't it be great, fantasy to go and follow suit, but not getting much of a shot, not much of a chance at running back. But when I spoke to Ben Schwartzholder and realized that when he gave me his word, shook my hand and said, won't promise anything, but I will take a look. You'll get an opportunity, and then we'll make a decision. I thought, well, I can't ask for much more than that, and trusted him and went to school there.